It's been quite a struggle reaching here today. Alright, I'll give you a preface of my life. When I was in 5th standard, my mother introduced a very interesting game to me and my younger brother. The game was that we have to communicate in English with our mother. If we communicate in any other language, we have to pay a fine of 1 rupee. Those 1 rupee coins were collected in a piggy bank, which was common to both me and my younger brother. A question for you all. Where did those 1 rupee coins come from? Any guesses?
Pocket money. Pocket money.
We were too young to get pocket money back then, but thank you for participating. Those 1 rupee coins come from my mother. It was in-house game, win-win situation. My mother was smart. My mother was able to convey 3 lessons with that game. 1, English language, of course. 2nd, you pay for your mistakes. And 3rd, contribute to the home. Of course, we did not end up learning all of it. Some, yes. Now, this was ironical because it was coming from a woman who was a Hindi translator back then and who completed her masters in Hindi. As it comes out, she was reading English newspapers, she was reading English novels, and she graduated herself from being just a Hindi translator to the Hindi to English and English to Hindi translator. And she developed a decent English vocabulary. The crux is that my interest for English language comes from my mother. Also, my interest for communication comes from my mother. My favorite genre of communication though is humor, and being raised in a middle class Punjabi family has helped a lot with that, I must say. I have been fortunate and unfortunate to be born and raised in such a family. I'll tell you why. Fortunate because when you're born in such a family, when you're born in a Punjabi family, it ensures you have at least one witty bone. You have at least one funny bone. I mean, my father used to be the life of family gatherings. He still is. We don't have much gatherings anymore. And even my friends used to love him when they used to come over to our place. Unfortunate because I'm the bait in such gatherings. Now, this is what fathers do. They have the tendency to insult their kids in front of their guests because they think they love their kids so much that they can do anything to them. Someone must convey this to them anyway. So, now, my father too had a decent vocabulary. He also had a wide vocabulary, and his vocabulary was in Punjabi too. Some were popular offensive words which were used in our community, and the others were were the words which travelled from Pakistan to Delhi with my grandfather. The reason why I've been able to humor you all here is because of my father, is because of my paternal family, and the city where I was born and raised, that's New Delhi. Personally, I don't like to do a lot of things except striking an interesting conversation with an interesting person and writing occasionally. Those occasions are rare though. I've contributed to the Toastmasters newsletter. Ruchika, I'll keep doing that wherever you are. And professionally as well, I carved my way to become a business analyst because of my interest for communication, since that's the only role in IT where you get to communicate a lot. And there are other talented people as well when it comes to profession who have been pretty unfortunate in certain events. I've been fortunate from transitioning perspective from a software engineer to a business analyst, so kudos to you all as well. Now, as a kid, I've also been interested in reading biographies, and I could find only one extract of all of them, which was that you have to do what you like to do, and because that keeps you happy, that keeps you upbeat. I have been little late with this implementation, although it's glad to see that I finally arrived. And because of all of the things that I just mentioned, I'm standing here in front of you as Toastmasters Aditya Pahwa. Now, had you asked me to introduce myself on any other platform, it would have been difficult and I would have only confused you because I'm a very confused person. There were a couple of reasons because of which I have been able to introduce myself better here. Those are: 1, you gave me enough time to prepare the speech, didn't you?
Yes.
Thank you. 2nd, Toastmasters is probably something I am sure about. Over to you, Toastmasters.